My name is Kenneth William Bryant. I've been in the renovating game for 18 years. An investor for 15. I have done a total of 36 renovations. I take homes that look like this and turn them into this. Welcome to Catapulting Change. Yo, it's your boy KB with Catapulting Change, coming to you live here in my new office, guys. Let me show you what this thing is looking like right now. It's not quite done, but it's coming together. By the way, this is Wake Up Wednesday. What does that mean? That means it's time to stop playing with your life. It's time to start living your life by design. What are your desires? What are some of your goals? What are some of your challenges? All of these things need to be thought about, but also it doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It doesn't matter if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, guys. I'm here to tell you that you better do what you do every single day, because the moment that you get complacent, the moment that you start to make excuses, the moment that you start to be lazy, the moment that you start to blame everybody is the moment that your success goes down. It's very important, guys, to maintain an unbreakable mindset so that you can prepare yourself for success. Success is every day. It's not once a day. It's not once a week. It's every single day. I need for you guys to get to the point where you do what you do every single day. Now, listen, I understand I live my life by design, and what my interests are, or stocks, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, real estate, wholesaling, Forex, a lot of different things that I do. It doesn't necessarily mean that you guys have to do that. You have to do what you desire. You have to do what you would love to do, because if you don't love what you do, then guess what? You will never, ever be successful, guys. The problem is you're doing what you don't desire. And because of that, you're not living your life by design. It's very important to get to the point that you live your life by design, no matter what. Before we continue, let me show you guys around this office real fast. So check it out. That's my computer. This is the screen, mic, and then this is the background. I got a mess in here right now because I'm still putting it together, but very, very soon it will be what it needs to be, guys. So look, this is the thing. You got to get the right tools and resources, guys. You got to get to the point where you do what you do no matter what. It's very important. You got to stop making excuses, and you got to start living by your design, guys. Get to the point where you design your life, your dream life, whatever that might be. It doesn't really matter. You have got to come up with a plan of execution, but you got to get to the point where you believe. If you do not believe, it's going to be nearly impossible to move forward, guys. It's very important to get to the point where you believe, guys, because if you don't believe, then nobody else is going to believe in you. Nobody else is going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself, guys. So you got to get to the point where you speak it into existence. So some of the things you can do is change up your vocabulary. Too many times people are walking around saying, I can't, or I won't, or I'm not worthy of it, or I don't think it's going to happen. You can't think like this. You got to get to the point where you say, I will, I must, and I can. And when you get to the point where you believe that you will, when you believe that you must, and you believe that you can, you will go and execute on your goals and dreams, guys. You have got to get to the point where you stop making excuses and you believe it 100%. But listen, no matter what you're interested in, no matter what your desires are, I'm here to tell you that you can, you will, and you must. Repeat after me. I will, I can, and I must. I will because my family is dependent on me. I must because, again, I have to leave behind a legacy. I have to leave behind income producing things that allows my next generation to live their life by design. A lot of times, all the excuses that we have is resources. And then some people make excuses about time, but at the same time, you're in the house playing video games, or you're in the house watching TV, or you're in the house wasting your time. You got to get your mind right, your body right. One of the most important things and key to success, guys, is getting to the point where you get your mind right. You got to develop that unbreakable mindset where if somebody tells you that you can't, you will say, watch me work. I will, I must, and I can, and I will show you exactly how to get it done because my work ethic is unbreakable. You got to develop an unbreakable work ethic, guys. If you are lazy, I'm here to tell you, you can change that. But if you say to yourself or you say to the people around you that I'm lazy or I don't have the energy, these are words that are restricting you from success. You cannot think this way. You got to get to the point where you believe no matter what, that you can execute without any worries about moving forward. This is the reality. I'm here to tell you that you will lose. You will have sleepless nights. You will get aggravated. You will get frustrated. This is life. We are all creatures of emotions, right? But don't allow your emotions to dictate who you are, how you operate, or what you do to keep moving forward. You got to transition that negative energy into positive energy, guys. It's very, very important. Don't ever doubt yourself. Don't ever not believe in yourself. You got to get to the point where you believe in yourself, even when other people don't. Even when the other people say, hey, I don't feel like you can be successful in that, or I don't feel like that's for you. You can't listen to them. You have to listen to you. And when you listen to you, you will move forward. But I'm here to tell you guys, stop jumping from MLM company. Stop jumping from construction companies. Stop jumping from cleaning companies. Stop jumping from different hospitals and start focusing on being consistent. Listen, work a job, but work towards owning your business, owning your life, living your life by design. And some of the things I'm going to be doing, guys, I'm going to be throwing live free events where you guys can come out, you can hang out with me. We can talk about the necessary steps to move forward by creating goals, by creating to-do lists, by executing. Most importantly, that's the biggest problem, guys, is so many people have an idea. So many people decide that they're going to start a business. So many people decide they're going to take a vacation, but then they constantly second guess themselves. They constantly make excuses. They constantly keep saying this is not the right time. I'm here to tell you that it's never, ever going to be the right time, ever. I haven't done one thing in my life where it has been the right time. I haven't done one thing in my life where I haven't experienced stress or aggravation or loss or hardships. This is a part of the process. You have to feel these different emotions. You have to go through these different stages in your life until one day you say, I made it. And then you can continue to move forward from there. But at the end of the day, guys, anytime that you decide that you're going to go from making 100,000 to making 200,000, I'm here to tell you that you're going to experience some hardships. You're going to experience some challenges. You're going to need access to more resources. Why? Because you're doing something different and you might not been born with a silver spoon. You might not have access to capital. You might not have relationships with people that have resources. But as you continue to do what you do, as you continue to invest in the community, as you continue to grow your business, as you continue to invest in other people, you will then develop the relationships needed because you're actually out there doing it. Folks that have money, guys, folks that are interested in investing in you, they want to see that you're capable. They want to see that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. How can they see that? Well, you have data. That's one of the reasons why I document my whole life, my whole process, the good, the bad, the ugly. It doesn't matter, guys. I talk about it all, and I will continue to talk about it all. I'm dealing with some challenges right now because I've been growing also. And again, anytime that you're growing, you're going to experience hardships. You're going to be hurt. You're going to be sad. You're going to be angry. You're going to have some negative thoughts, but it's getting out of that zone. You can't stay there. The moment that you stay there and you allow it to paralyze you is the moment that you cannot move forward. there is no room for progress. Why? Because you're too busy dwelling on the negativity. You're too busy making excuses. You're too busy blaming other people. You're too busy, you know, saying I can't or I won't. You got to stop doing that, guys. You got to get to the point where you say I can, I will, and I must. But most importantly, you have to build something that is bigger than you. You cannot keep just working a job the rest of your life. Again, if you don't have any money, if you don't have access to resources, if you don't have time, that's okay. Do what you have to do, but it's not your end goal. Your end goal is to live your life by design. We got to get to the point where you're living your life by design. What does that mean? That means if you want to do a Wake Up Wednesday call like what I'm doing today, you stop what you're doing at 10 a.m. and you jump on here for 30 minutes and you do the Wake Up Wednesday call. Now, look, after I get done with this Wake Up Wednesday call, I always go back out to the field. Like I have to run around, guys, every day. In my opinion, my job description is runner. I'm running all day long, doing appointments, estimates, walk through on my projects. I'm doing new estimates for new projects because we got to keep the cash flow rolling. We got to keep the guys busy, etc. I'm constantly running, but I structure my day. I plan out my day so that I can execute to the fullest. I encourage you all to take the time in the evening. I know it's hard. You want to relax. You want to disconnect, but just set aside 30 minutes. I guarantee when you set aside 30 minutes and you sit there with no distractions, no cell phone, no Facebook, no Wake Up Wednesday calls, none of that, and you focus on your goals and start to create a plan 30 minutes each day, I guarantee you will start working towards success. The problem is you have no structure. The foundation is not in order. You have 1/4 inch cracks. You got 1 inch cracks that needs to be repaired so that you can continue to build that house, that castle, whatever it is that interests you guys. You have got to get your foundation in order so that when you build upon that, on top of that, it will be able to sustain what you're building. And then from there, you will get to the level that you will understand that it's not about making the money. It's about putting the money to work. That's the next issue, guys. So many of us are living off 100% of our income. What does that mean? So you make $1,000 a week and you spend $1,000 a week, or some people are even spending $1,200 a week, but they only make $1,000 a week. This is a problem. You got to get to the point where you live by the 80-20 rule. Now, look, not everybody's in a position where they can invest 80% of their earnings and live off 20% of the earnings, but you can start somewhere. So let's say you have 10% that you can put aside from $1,000, right? That's $100, guys. You put $100 aside every week. In 4 weeks, you have $400, right? 8 weeks, you have $800, right? 1,200, the third, and so on. It just keeps adding up, right? So 3 months later, you're now starting to grow. Now it doesn't happen rapidly. It doesn't happen right away. But once you get enough, for example, I would say about 5,000, 10,000, you can now invest that. One of the ways you can invest that, you can become the bank. You can become a lender. And when you become the lender, guys, this is where the magic starts to happen. Why? Because now your money is working for you instead of you working for your money. That's how you start to live your life by design. When you have the ability to put your money to work, you'll be able to do more. But you'll also be able to have your money making you money while you physically, whether you work a job, whether you own businesses, whether you teach and educate, it doesn't really matter. While you're still doing that, your money is still working for you. This is what successful people do. This is what big institutes do. So the banks, for example, they're lending out money all the time. Whether it's a good market, bad market, interest rates are low, interest rates are high, there will always be someone in need of resources because you might want to grow, you might want to start a new business, you might want to take that dream vacation. It really just all depends. There's so many different reasons why you need access to more capital, but instead of relying on the banks, focus on how you can become the bank. Look, guys, some of you work jobs, right? And I worked a job before too, before I quit my job 10 years ago and started my business. When I worked a job, I had health insurance. I had a 401k. I had different investments in different areas there. We also had Affleck, which is a cool program. You know, if you got hurt, this will help supplement your income so that you could still continue to get paid. But what I've done now as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, is you have to create different funds. So, for example, you can create a rent fund, you can create a mortgage fund, you can create a health insurance fund, you can create a vacation fund, right? With these funds, they can be set up and structured as qualified retirement accounts that can have check writing capabilities so that if you want to lend from those accounts, not only do you have that health insurance fund in place, but you also can borrow from it or lend it out because you have check writing capability. As long as you pay back the principal plus interest, you can do these things. Now, listen, guys, I'm no attorney or CPA, but these are some of the things that I've learned over the years that you can do with your money. You can purchase qualified life insurance policies. You can purchase qualified retirement funds, and you can transfer your money tax deferred. That's another form of a savings account, basically. Instead of you having to transfer it to your bank account and pay, fees and also capital gains and all that kind of stuff. If you don't need the money, and you can discipline yourself to put that aside so that that can grow, so that you can one day start to invest, that is what I recommend, guys. But you got to get disciplined. You have to get structure in your life. You have to create goals. And it's not just about creating goals, guys. You can create a goal, but at the same time, if you don't create a plan of execution, there's no way that you can go and take that action so that you can make those goals come to life. And look, for those of you that are interested, I teach and educate. Very affordable to join my academy, where you have access to me, where you have access to all my content, all my resources about building business credit, about investing in real estate, wholesaling, construction, agricultural. I'm going to create a course where I'm going to teach people how to build their own computer systems, etc. Everything that I do, everything that I'm interested in, I'm passionate about, I teach and educate folks that are willing to invest into themselves so that they can get to that next level. Understand that my time is valuable, but also your time is very valuable. Time is our greatest commodity, guys. You got to get to the point where you live your life by design so that you can take back your time, do the things that interest you, whether that's traveling, going to your kids' field trips, whether that's, going on that dream vacation. It doesn't really matter. You do what you want when you want to do it. Now, of course, you got to plan this stuff out. That's the next problem, guys. Some of you end up taking a vacation, but you haven't took the time to plan it out. So now you end up spending more for your flights. You end up spending more for your room. You end up spending more because you waited to the last minute. If you take the time and plan it out, like for example, let's say that, right now we're about to be in June. You could plan a trip out for September. I guarantee you're going to get better rates. You're going to get a better experience, but also it's going to become more exciting instead of stressful. When you wait to the last minute, it becomes stressful because you're trying to gather resources. You're trying to set up different things. You're trying to get the time off. But when you take the time to plan it out, not only is it better for your company or the company you're working for, it's also better for you because mentally you'll be prepared when that time comes. Because when you book a trip now and then it's coming in September, guess what? You know that you can expect that. You know that you're prepared for that. You know that you will be able to go ahead and execute and make that happen. And if for some reason 3 months goes by and you cancel it, then that's a big mistake. We got to stick to the decisions that we make, regardless if we're ready for it or not. Regardless if we get to the point where we're like, we don't have much spending money. Well, guess what? Go to the resort or go to the room and just enjoy the disconnect, the being in the room where it's quiet, where you can focus, where you can think, you can become the best version of you. You got to disconnect, guys. Look, whenever I'm doing things, just like right now, my phone is not on, the ringer's not on, right? Because if I get a distraction, and trust and believe, I probably missed about 10 calls. I probably have about 10 texts. It is what it is. It's going to be there when I finish, but I have to eliminate the distractions. Look, even when I visit projects with clients or customers, I'm doing renovation walkthroughs. I don't want to keep answering the phone while I'm trying to focus my energy and time on that individual. And in my opinion, it's disrespectful if you do that. Why? Because you're supposed to be focused on the task at hand. A lot of times we don't get the results that we want because we're not fully engaged. We're not given 100%. We're not given 120%. We're given 50% or 60%. And this is a major problem, guys. If you're operating at 50% every single day, this is the reason why you're not becoming successful. You have to go hard. Listen, I know it's Wednesday, and I know a lot of people say it's hump day, but I'm here to tell you that every day is hump day. If you have the mindset that every day is hump day, is the time that you will start to grow in ways that you cannot imagine. Why? Because you're busy. It's time to get busy now. If you're sitting on the couch, if you're playing PlayStation, if you're, playing video games, whatever it is that you're doing that is not producing you income or getting you closer to your goals, I'm here to tell you that you're simply wasting your time, or you're comfortable. You've accepted the fact that you don't own a business. You accepted the fact that you can't travel the world. You accepted the fact that you can't live your life by design. And that is terrible, guys. Let me tell you, can't does not exist in my house at all. It is a negative word. It is a bad word. It is a cuss word in my house. If I hear can't, I get so disappointed, because why? We have all the tools. Look, I have a mic here. I have a computer, a camera. I have a brain over there that is absolutely incredible. It does whatever it is that you want it to do. We have all the tools, all the resources. We just have to get busy now. You have to get to the point where you're productive, where you're working towards those goals. You're working towards those dreams, and you're getting that great progress that you've always desired. And that's because you're working hard. I'm here to tell you, if you get home and the moment that you sit still, you fall asleep, that's because you work to your maximum capacity, right? That's a great thing. I can tell you guys right now, it's many a nights that I got home. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I feel bad about it. I fall asleep. I didn't even take a shower. I wake up like 2-3 o'clock in the morning on the couch, and then I finally go and get in the shower and bathe. That's how hard I go every day. Why? Because I'm constantly working on my mind. I'm constantly working on my body so that I can stay fit, so that I can become the best version of me. Because I believe when you take care of yourself, then you can take care of other people. But if you haven't got your mind right, or you haven't got your body right, and you don't look the way that you desire, or whatever that is holding you back, allowing you to make these excuses, this is the reason why you're not successful, because it's time to get busy now. It's time to execute. It's time to go out there and take action and make it happen, guys. Look, I don't want to hear excuses no more. I don't care what day of the week it is. I don't care what problems you're facing. Instead of making excuses, instead of blaming other people, we got to get to the point where we come up with solutions, where we become that problem solver, where we become creative, where we become the best version of us. That is what will allow us to be able to navigate through the hardships, through the challenging times, through the higher interest rates, the lower interest rates, the inflation, etc. You will be able to pivot, navigate, adapt, so that you can become better. Look, I face many challenges, guys. And one of the biggest challenges that I've faced over the years is access to resources. Because if you were poor before and you didn't have money, you now have to build money, and I've done that by doing renovations, by doing construction projects, kitchen remodels, basement remodels, siding, roofs, windows, doors. We literally do all renovations, guys. So this has allowed me to produce cash flow. But most importantly, I take that cash flow and I reinvest it. I don't spend all of it, because if I spend all of it and I don't reinvest it into the companies, or I don't reinvest it into my people, or I don't reinvest it into the projects, then guess what? You will not gain progress. You will not reach those goals. You will not be able to make it happen. Why? Because you're living or spending 100% of your income. You got to get to the point where you invest a percentage of it, guys. And I don't want to hear, I don't have money. This is a negative mindset. It's a negative mindset. And when you say I don't have money, then you're going to believe that you don't have money. Listen to me now. Even when you don't have money, you say, I am wealthy. I am rich. I have an abundance of money. And I'm here to tell you that it's a season for it. It's coming, but you have to constantly say it. You got to constantly believe it. If you keep having the thoughts of can't, won't, I shouldn't, why should I, blah, 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 this is the moment that you're going to start to go downhill. This is the moment that your momentum dies out. This is the moment that you were so close to getting the results that you desire, but you've given up way too soon. And that's the reason why we don't get the results that we're looking for, because Believe it or not, like when you're going through the pain, when it's a struggle, where you're aggravated, where you're stressed, this is the moment that you're this close to going over that hill, right? And being able to continue to go onward and upward. You're so close. I know along the way you have corrections, it comes down, right? And then it goes back up. It's just like the stock market, the real estate market. Life is the same way. Why? Because it all ties together, guys. But we have to get to the point where you can navigate through the uptrend, the downtrend, through the consolidation zones where you're kind of just stagnant. You're not really making progress. You're growing, but you're not really growing. It's okay. You got to get back to the drawing board. You got to pivot. You got to restructure your plan. You got to meet with your team. You got to get to the point where you come up with a solution moving forward instead of dwelling on the negativity or dwelling on the negative results. Who cares about that? And matter of fact, guys, guess what? Yesterday is history. Why? Because it's yesterday. We have to focus on today. We have to focus on becoming the best version of us. We have to focus on next week, next month, next year. Also, look, guys, I know what I'm doing for the next 25 years. Now, listen, some of those goals may change, right? That's okay. That's part of the process. You have to be able to pivot from one thing to the other. You might lose interest in it. You might love real estate now, but hate it later, right? That's okay. You create a new goal, you create a plan of execution, and you go out there and you make it happen no matter what. That is how we get to the point where we have massive success, guys. And you get to the point where you have an unbreakable mindset and you start living your life by design, which is the goal, guys. You got to get to the point where you live your life by design. Stop living somebody else's life. Stop building other people's dreams. Build the dreams together. You have to work with people that are focused on elevating you, inspiring you, and educating you, but also helping you produce results. And that's what I do, guys. I help people produce results. I help people get inspired. I help people get elevated, and I help people get educated. And if there's anything that interests you that I do, always feel free to reach out to me. Always feel free to send me a message, etc. Because I love to teach. I love to educate. My goal is to teach and educate 5,000 entrepreneurs how to live their life by design, how to develop an unbreakable mindset, how to get in the best fitness of their life so that they have their dream bodies or they have that strength or energy that they desire, right? This is important. We got to get to the point where we take care of ourselves mentally and physically. And then from there, you will be able to go out there and execute. You will be able to go out there and help people. You will be able to go out there and do basement remodels, kitchen remodels, whatever it is that interests you. Flip houses, trade crypto. It doesn't matter, but you have to work on your mindset first. And when you do this, guys, I'm here to tell you that you will be successful. Repeat after me. I will, I must, and I can. I will because my family is dependent on me. I must because I have to think about the next generation, but I also desire to live my life by design. I can because I said so, and I believe that it's possible. I believe that I'm capable. I believe that I'm handsome, I'm beautiful, I'm creative, I'm smart. Get to the point where you put these words in your mind, guys. Eliminate the negativity. Stop watching the news. Stop listening to the media. Stop scrolling and seeing negative stuff on social media and start focusing on positive stuff like what I'm putting out here, guys. This is the stuff that you should be listening to. This is the stuff that you should be engaging on. This is the stuff that you have to do, that you will, you must, and you can do, guys. It's very important to feed your brain with positive things. Also, surround yourself with people that are elevating you, people that are believing in you, people that are inspiring you. This is the key, guys. You have to. I'm here to tell you that there are no other options moving forward in this life. Either you're going to have a poor mentality or a rich mentality. And I'm here to tell you that it's much better when you have a rich mentality. It's challenging. It's hard, right? You learn about money, investing, etc. But it's also, as you grow and you see these different numbers, it becomes it's a lot of stress, guys. It's not easy doing something, no matter what you do, whether it's becoming a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, it's all going to be challenging. But are you living your life by design? Are you investing in what interests you? Are you doing what you love? This is what's important, guys. Listen to me now. I love each and every one of you guys. I'm here to tell you, if nobody's told you this, I am proud of you. I am proud of you because you jumped on this call. You listened to what I had to say. You stayed here the whole time, or maybe you just jumped in. It doesn't matter. I encourage you to listen to the whole thing, but I am proud of you because you've taken action and you're ready for change. You're ready to make it happen. You just need a coach. You need a mentor. You need an accountability person to get you there. So again, guys, don't hesitate to reach out to me and my team. We would love to work with you. We would love to help you get elevated, help you reach those levels that you desire. Until next time, guys, remember, life is great. Don't be scared. Eliminate the fear, because fear does not exist. Fear is the devil in disguise, there to stop you from growing, there to stop you from exceeding your goals. Don't let the devil restrict you. Don't let the fear restrict you. Go out there and take action, fail again, and then succeed. Till next time, guys, again, life is great. Don't be scared. Let's go.